Hi everyone, Schoolhouse Intuitive Tarot. Thanks for tuning in. This is a Halloween reading for Libras, although there is a timeless element to this. So you may be seeing this. It's released on Halloween, but you could be seeing it even weeks later, and it could still be relevant for you. So let's see what we have. Let's get a few oracle cards. I'll be using Halloween themed decks regarding autumn. Let's see what else. Let's see what we have for the lovely Libra collective. First, we have Over the Moon. So there is something to be happy about here, potentially, for a lot of you. This is something that could be very satisfying. Think Nine of Cups energy, 10 of Cups, Star card even. So this is a really great outcome. And we also have moon magic. Maybe some of you have been doing some moon rituals and things, potentially. In its general reading, it's not a personal reading, so only take what resonates. Respectfully leave the rest. I'd appreciate it. So this could be a time when you're really attracting good energy. And, just also too, if something's going on right now, it's just you're reminded that things come in phases, much as the moon cycle, the moon comes in phases. And you have first bite. You might be first getting into something here. You might be the first in your family to accomplish something, but this is also about you making the first move. So there could be some sort of lucrative opportunity. It's about not waiting around too. What else do we have? Wrapped up. Just thought of someone being wrapped up in your energy, or you wrapped up in theirs, but in a positive way. But then there could also be just some sort of, you being wrapped up in, say, a project or something, or you could also be feeling as though you're having a hard time letting something go, like it's really vying for your attention, and it's maybe hard not to keep focusing on it. Let's see what else we get. So the first deck was a Trick or Treat deck by Midnight Oracle, and this is the Everyday Witches Familiars Oracle by Deborah Blake. Whoa, it flew onto the floor, as they often do. Follow your dreams. Follow your dreams here. And I'm getting that those around you could be seeing something maybe in a different way than you are, or that you're seeing a future for yourself in something, and you might be feeling like you're having to convince other people, but I feel like a lot of you are not playing that game. It's not up to you to convince people that what you're doing is good for you, because maybe you're just trying to live your life. What else do we have? I always remind you that you have free will, final say. Your intuition knows best. This is really for general, it's not a personal reading, so only take what resonates, and we won't have any issues there. Okay, so here we have ground and center. Again, this goes right into that sort of wrapped up. You could really be taking off with your spiritual practices and really getting into higher levels of consciousness and getting into more deep meditations. Maybe you've found ways to incorporate meditation into your day, but spirituality is more about just meditation, and mindfulness is more than just sitting meditation. So I've spoken about that before. Let's actually go into the tarot now. We're going to use the Barbara Moore Trick or Treat Tarot. Trick or Treaters Tarot. Yeah. All right. I'm not sure I've used this deck on this channel. All right, let's see. Because other than this Halloween, we've only had one other Halloween on this channel. The channel is just under 2 years old. All right, let's see. Queen of Wands. So look at that. And there's something, you're standing out in some way. You're standing out over something you're doing. This could be what's the, the dream you're following, where you're going to be over the moon and where you're actually changing your own luck. And then, oh, we have the Nine of Pentacles. Look at that. And with that Nine of Pentacles, I mean, that really is like this person gets to the Nine of Pentacles because they've done the work. They've mastered the whole suit of Pentacles, you know, getting all the way up to the Queen status here. And in my view, Queen and King are equal. So it's not like King isn't better than Queen. They just are just separate people. Like they're separate energies. So, but there's the Queen of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles, like that is getting things done. That is knowing maybe you found something that works. And if you haven't, maybe that's what's on the way. I love the vibrant colors contrasting with that background here. I'm also getting the word geranium. So I don't know if you've had geranium plants or not. And all right, so something about you following your dreams, getting that independence here. Some of you are going to get some good news that's going to make you happy. It is a good outcome. Now, this could be coming on the heels of something that was maybe a little less than positive. I just saw 555. So some of you may have been, maybe you came to this reading and you've been having challenges lately. And let's see what we have. Yeah, but then we have this Ace of Pentacles. So obviously there's some sort of opportunity, abundance coming in for a lot of you. It's you can look at this in two ways. You can look at this as someone offering a pumpkin pentacle or they're receiving it. But either way, it's present. It's there. So there is this opportunity around. All right. And so it sort of reminds me of having that world in the palm of your hands, you know. And the thing with pumpkins is we can really carve them into whatever we want. We can choose not to carve them. We can put, you know, faces on them with painting or other means. But it's kind of like what you can create what you want, but it's a matter of, do you know what you want? And are you setting yourself up in a way where you can accomplish your dreams? What else do we have? Moon magic, changing luck. You have Two of Swords. All right. So there could be a decision here. You're really tapping into your own intuition here about what's going to suit you the best. Something is over. All right. I am getting that. That is a phase that is over. You're through some sort of phase. And we have the Eight of Cups, right? And then that makes sense. And I just said something is over. And one of the cards in the tarot for me that symbolizes something being over is that Eight of Cups. This person is moving on, right? They're not exactly sure. It's funny, you know, I don't think I've talked about this yet, but the Two of Swords and the Eight of Cups seem to come out a lot together for me. So the number 28 could mean something to you, or maybe 82, but I just saw 744 and 747. That's a number some of us have been seeing. All right. So, and that's just, you know, about spirit being around you, angels around you, guiding you, asking you to kind of expand and tune into your connection with them. So one thing that it's interesting because in this Eight of Cups, the person's really focusing on what? That Ace of Pentacles, that pumpkin, right? They're focused on the opportunity and they're not worried about these little pumpkins, these little has-beens, the past, right? They're not worried about that. They've made up their mind to focus on bigger and grander things. So that could mean a lot of different things for you. Let's see what else we have. And there's sort of this youthful energy about this person. I almost am getting too that maybe people aren't necessarily taking you seriously about you moving on or letting go of something, but we'll see. Whoa. This is why I don't have real candle right here. I have it over there because I have actually burned cards before. So you have the King of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles here. Look at that. All right. So there is something here about someone potentially wanting to impersonate or copy in some way. You see this sort of Elvis impersonator here, and it's for entertainment or whatever. You could have someone who's really trying to get your attention and wanting you to focus on them or invest in them or a relationship or something, especially with that King of Cups energy. You could be having someone say, hey, you know, you've been working too hard. Why don't you come out with us? Or maybe that happened to you regarding Halloween plans. Maybe, you know, you were like, no, it's a Thursday. This, you know, I have a lot to do or this or that. And they're like, no, come on. So, you know, maybe, you know, well, you'll know if it's your reading or not, right? With this, well, you'll know if it's your message with this one card or not. But there really is something about you needing to go and do what's best for you. So if it's having fun and slipping into some childlike energy for the night or the weekend, whatever, and doing something festive, then go for it. That is maybe sometimes we need to get out of the serious energy at times and allow ourselves more fun and play and joy, and just because it can help change the channel on something for us, right? It can help us get started and heading in this more pleasant direction. Maybe let's see what else we have. It's that whole live in the energy you wish to attract kind of mentality here. With the first bite, making the first move, I wouldn't be surprised if we had one of our initiative cards, such as the Fool or one of the Aces or something. You have the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so maybe there's hesitation here. You could feel something is kind of good enough right now and maybe not wanting to move forward. And again, I am getting just sort of this influence around you too that could be maybe wanting you to stay in something. Nine of Cups, though, look at you. You're like, I'm not waiting around. This is about not waiting around to be saved or for things to just get better. It's one thing to have faith and to actively work towards things improving, but I'm getting that you're not really into this like sitting around kind of Four of Pentacles vibe where it's like you're just waiting for opportunities to be delivered. Yeah, it's great to expect good things, but there is something here about creating it for yourself too. Generally, this person has, cups behind them, and this mermaid lady does, but these are stages of development she had to go through with those cups, right? This didn't just happen. You think in the regular Nine of Cups, it really looks like the person's sitting down proudly in front of a bunch of trophies, so I feel as though you could be Ten of Wands here. I feel as though you could be coming into some sort of lucrative opportunity here, where you may want to make the first move, but you may be thinking about it right now. You may be feeling your way through it, okay, and seeing what you get intuitively. And the Ten of Wands, for some of you, it's, this Ten of Wands, it is really about putting down the responsibility of like having to be there necessarily for everybody. Maybe you're a real like people pleaser or something, and this is kind of like you doing something for yourself for once. And then we have, what else do we have here? It's Justice here. Okay, this is something being, this card. So when I was shuffling the cards, I was thinking about this column over here, the being happy over the moon, having a thrill, very satisfied. With Justice here, I get that one way you can do that is by, being very balanced and being fair about things and being a smart business person. And also and when I say that, I mean that, have, maybe you should develop an LLC if you've been considering it and you feel as though you're large enough or you're getting to a point where, there could be just some benefit to having an LLC, or maybe you're doing some paperwork and putting out your business name, maybe you're securing your business name or your website domain or something. But there's something about, making sure that if you really want to make something a true business, that you're doing any sort of, homework or housekeeping that you need to be doing for that, or, any sort of legal documents and things like that. You could be setting up a separate account for money. So, or for your, for your business, just things of that nature, kind of like the things that are the logistics, right? The logistics that make a business and not a hobby anymore. All right. And then remaining, keeping your balance and your calm as this comes in, even if it seems great, making sure that you're kind of, really looking things over. And so I'm going to go back to the first bite and get a card, and we have the Sun here. So that is when you go to make that first move, you let go of, maybe things that are not, maybe when you start to focus a bit more on yourself and what you want. They have that Nine of Cups energy and letting go with that Ten of Wands. Then you have that Sun card with Leo energy coming through. And that's when something that's really for you gets to come in, and you get to enjoy that, the presence of that. So it is about well, basically sitting down and celebrating something, satisfaction here. You've got a lovely cake. Oh, by the way, happy birthday, Scorpios. Happy birthday. So this could, maybe this is about your birthday in some way if you're Libra, Scorpio cusp or something. But um, there's something here too about like your innocence too, even. So it's sort of like looking at things with a fresh eyes and a positive attitude can get you where you want to be. We have the little kitty looking on, and it is a kitten in this one actually. So that's could be, again, it's something new. So something new here. 10 of Cups. Look at that. Wizard of Oz. So under wrapped up and being very focused and wrapping things up, there's this 10 of Cups with the Wizard of Oz. So maybe that's something you connect with as well. And we have the flying monkeys here too. So monkeys could be something. You could feel as though something is just totally out of reach and it's like a fantasy. Yeah, but Queen of Swords here. You could, maybe you want to see more evidence or facts or something before you move forward. This is like a no nonsense kind of energy here. So I need to see more of what this means here. Okay, Six of Pentacles, right? Really, how you're distributing your resources, your time, your efforts, that's something you could be deciding on right now. It's almost like they're saying, is this a trick or a treat? Is it worth going forward with whatever this opportunity could be? Is it worth going forward with, say, it's a business or a relationship of some kind? Is there any harm in giving it time? Is there harm in that? Also, do what you want to do, but maybe you do want to have a little more fun, and maybe it is time to move on from something. Only you can decide, right? And then when you are making that first move and you are getting started and you're being encouraged not to wait around, that's when I feel as though you really are connecting with your true self. And when you're connecting with your true self and you're really aligned with you, I feel that's when we're, most alive and in that higher frequency, and we do things out of love and things we love, and we're caring for ourselves in when we're being true to ourselves. And there's nothing selfish about that. It's actually the opposite. Okay. The better we take care of ourselves, the better we take care of each other. And that has, an exponential effect, really. Just saw 747 again. I saw 747. So I've seen 747s now. And, it's very busy time. Yeah, being very focused. The Queen of Swords is very focused. So I wonder if in about 4 weeks, you're going to reassess something, or if that's the advice maybe from Spirit now for some of you. This has to do with something that's going to be very rewarding, and it could be a relationship. So I think we've kind of moved from, are you going to focus more on business or relationships or what makes you happy, or a job, like versus something you really enjoy doing for a career, maybe turning a hobby into a career. But there is, you have some time to get grounded and centered here. You do have time, and making sure we're not making decisions just based on feelings alone. There's a nice mix in these cards of that groundedness of the pentacles and the swords, even, and then a lot of, cups as well. There's actually not a lot of fire other than the Sun card, but then that's like the most fire, Actually, didn't you have you started with a Queen of Wands. I like seeing the Queen of Swords and Queen of Wands together. However, this to me can also be conflict, air kind of on fire makes that fire go wild, right? It feeds it. So we want to make sure that whatever it is we're feeding, that's where we want to that's what we really want to happen, because where you're putting your attention, your focus, that's the thing that you're going to be growing. That's what's going to really take over and be priority. So it's kind of like I'm getting like, get your priorities in order in a way, and really find, discover, like I said, trick or treat basically. And it's funny, I'm doing this reading on Halloween. Maybe it's the cards that are making me think of this, but is this opportunity coming your way for your highest good? Is it something you really want to do, or is it just another way to make ends meet, or is it just another kind of similar relationship to what you've had? So it's that, but I do get the opportunity coming in. It's definitely coming in. You could be again, just a time of real assessment here, because you have the Seven of Pentacles, you have the Six of Pentacles, you have the Queen of Swords, you have Justice. You are weighing this option, these options. All right, that could be your main focus right now, really deciding what it is you want to do. And you had 9-9 and you have 10-10. So you have, because you have the 10 of Cups, the 10 of Wands, you have the 9 of Cups, the 9 of Pentacles. I'm just getting like, is it too good to be true? Is this thing that could be coming in, or this person, this situation, is it really going to get you the outcome you're hoping for? And one way, like I said, they're giving me two messages. It's like, don't wait around, but then take your time. So it's like, consider all options and then take your time maybe to getting to know each one. And then let's remember, we do have that follow your dreams. So following your dreams can feel scary. It can feel sort of ungrounded. It can feel like, oh, I'm just like living in a fantasy now. And, can it really actually happen and work out? And, in the cards here, it's looking like that is a decision you'll have to make. Or also you may be finding out who's on your side and who's not, who's at the table and who's not. Because you'll notice this person here has their kitten with them. They have other place settings, but they only show the kitten and the child. And then they have the Queen of Swords here, and she has her loyal companion, her pit bull there. So I'm actually getting a name like Essie or Etsy, Essie or something like that. So, and this actually could be a cat or something, or a dog that was 14 when they passed. That's like a nice hello, I love you from them, basically, is what it feels like to me. That's what I heard anyway. And then the Hanged Man. Yeah, this is a situation that you're really kind of needing maybe a little more enlightenment on. I love this card. The colors are amazing. But, the Hanged Man, it's that pause. And maybe for some of you, that's part of being wrapped up. Like you're kind of wrapped up in having to make this decision and really trying to decide, trick or treat, is this something I want to eat? Let's see what else we have. Yeah, the Tower. Okay. So, and I wasn't going to necessarily get another card, but I did. So for some of you, it could be that you just something comes in quickly and decision made. That could be how this turns out, comes in quickly, decision made. Shocking. I'm getting, for some of you, you may even create a tower. The name Frank could mean something as well. And the Eight of Wands, right. And a lot of the times after the Tower, I do seem to get the Eight of Wands, because there's that like fast moving energy, right? And the Towers generally come in fast too. But I feel like for some of you, though, like you saw it coming, and maybe you yourself even initiated the Tower, and maybe that's part of you getting clarity, is starting over, or having something big come in. We've been getting a lot of Tower cards. I did say in my November readings, there could certainly be some sort of like global Tower stuff going on, or just, they're like telling me about like astrology right now too. So maybe you want to look into your astrology more, but yeah. Oh yeah. And the High Priestess, right. So find intuitive ways of, tuning in basically that work for you. That's interesting, because it's kind of like, it feels similar to some of the other readings where one of the best things you can do is get clear on your intentions, stay focused on what it is you want to achieve and not allow yourself to be distracted, right? Those are things that have been coming in for us. Stay grounded and centered. I've been getting this message for a while now, because whatever's coming in November, which I just did a 2-part November reading last week for you. Then I did your career and money reading just this week, 2 days ago. So when you check all of those out, you might get a more full picture and clear picture of what that means in your life. But there's something else coming to light, either in your life or in others. We have this nice, beautiful, bright full moon. This is secrets being revealed. This is no longer wearing a mask. Things that happen, even things that happen in the dark, still eventually have light shown upon them. So there's that kind of message too coming in. 7 of Wands, right? Sticking it out till the end, creating boundaries, setting boundaries with people, deciding, it says whack-a-mummy. Yeah. And again, you have the wrapped up here. So again, it's staying focused, right? Staying focused on what's allowed in your energy and what's not. And Page of Swords. And they're telling me right now, just because you have trick-or-treaters at your door doesn't mean you have to answer the door and give them any of your attention. So that's a really interesting, it is a good, analogy here, or metaphor, whatever you want to call it, because just because you get a message, even with this Page of Swords, doesn't mean you have to act on it. Just because you have someone inserting their opinion doesn't mean you have to act on it. And again, just because you have trick-or-treaters at your door doesn't mean you have to answer the door. So whatever's coming your way, it is fully your choice, friends, if you decide you want to let that in or cut ties. And the Wheel of Fortune, right? And this is this person, they're just kind of throwing candy, and it's basically those little candies for me right now are representing, kind of opportunities here. And I feel as though, because it's half blue and half red, I feel like you're kind of, you want to be selective actually about what you grab onto here. Just grabbing it. You know what they say? If you're, those machines people go in, like a blower of money, you're in a booth and you have to try to catch the dollars. I don't know what it's from. I can't remember. I mean, I watch a lot of old TV too, so who knows what it's from. But the best strategy is, instead of reaching for any opportunity that comes, is to be calm in that booth of the money flying around. Be calm and be still and stand tall and just let the money fall onto you. It's kind of almost like it's a better way, almost like the less you try, the more you're going to get, in a way. So it could be too, the less, if you're doing some sort of even talks with people in a relationship, it's sort of the less is more right now, maybe for some of you with communication. So that could be a message for somebody. But there's also here about, really, again, focused drive, determination. It makes me think of the Chariot, right? The Wheel of Fortune and the Chariot feel similar to me sometimes. And so, in that you have another 10 as well. So you have 10, 10, 10 now in your reading. And you have 9s as well. So, really ending something, maybe coming into the next. That's, again, we just keep getting that over and over. And it's not just on my channel. I've seen titles and thumbnails to other readings too, where it's one door closes, another cycle opens. I just had one recently where it was like that, and it's, on your readings, and it is, but it's more than that. It's just definitely more than that. It's about also perspective. You had the Hanged Man, now you have the Wheel of Fortune. It's how you're looking at things. They're saying get a higher perspective, about something, and lean into what you know. And so for some of you, and maybe because it's a general reading, I do get this sort of mixed energy of, you could go either way with something and you'll be okay. It's kind of almost like you can't, whatever you do, it's going to be okay. But what right now, it's not about doing what's easy. Okay. That's what I'm hearing. It's about just grabbing and getting whatever is not the way to go. And I could be picking up on your energy where you're like, no, this time I'm waiting for like the great opportunity, the next one. I'm not going to just date for the sake of dating, or I'm not just going to bounce from one job to another anymore or something. All right. It's really being very focused and thoughtful about where you want to go, where you want this, I was going to say this chariot to go. So not letting, it's like not being a passenger in your own life, right? If like life's the vehicle and you living is the vehicle, not being a passenger. So getting into that driver's seat again. And again, that's it's not like a new theme, but it's definitely, it's a different, it's a different, this reading feels different than the others, and in a good way. I feel like it's almost maybe where you've come to a place where you've just like accepted some things for what they are, people, places, things, and you'll know when you find it, kind of thing. You'll know when when the right opportunity comes along, this Ace of Pentacles, you'll know. And I'm getting that you're preparing maybe in the background, or that's the advice, to be doing things in the background to really get yourself in a place where you can be calm and centered and grounded as you bring in these opportunities. Again, it makes me think of the money booth, where it's like a clear booth so everybody else can see it, and the person has to grab it, all the money. It's like grabbing cash or something, and they're like frantically trying to do it, and that's actually not the best, because that thing's moving and you're moving, and it's like the best way is actually to kind of just wait, maybe, and just like kind of have your arms ready to catch this opportunity, to wrap up this opportunity, like this little kitty mummy here, and that's going to help you actually get more. So yeah, anyway, that's basically what I have for you for this Halloween reading. I hope it resonated for you, and if it did, you know what to do. Please like the video, comment, subscribe. That's all free. I also have memberships. If you go into the, if you see the title of the video here, so under the video there's the title. If you click on more, it'll bring this drop down menu that has like the everything about this particular reading in the description, and you'll find how to become a channel member there. And if I remember, I'll also put it in the comments if I think to do that. And I would like to get you one, just like a final, we had a lot of different numbers here. I mean, I was surprised I saw 747 twice, but let's see. Let's get a Moonology message for you. 2 want to come out. So you have nothing is yet set in stone. And yeah, emotions could be running high. So we talked about the feelings aspect of this, right? It's not necessarily emotions are running high. They could be, but it's something about just like how you're feeling overall too about something. And if it's worth getting like upset over, frankly, if it's worth letting you lose your grounding and centering you've been doing. But following your dreams too can tie into this sort of water energy. And so our next moon, I think, is November 15th. So in a couple of weeks, we'll have another nice bright moon, and nothing's set in stone, right? So you get to decide if something's a trick or a treat, right? If you're going to move forward with something or someone, the power is within you. And let's get one animal card. This is the Animal Guides Oracle. Turtle guide. Some of you connect with turtle, and that's what you needed to see. Some of you have a lot of mom energy with you too. All right. So we have period of rest, slow and steady. Life's been fast. It's time to slow down, one step at a time. Trust the nature's timing is always divine. So this is about wisdom, creation, rest, and yin energy. That's what I have for you, everyone. And I hope this message, resonates in some way. And I'm going to look up 747 in the Kyle Gray book before we go off, so that 747, it's a time to fly high. So spread your wings and express everything you need to express in order to be free. Angels are flying with you and want to be part of your bigger picture. That's the Angel Numbers book by Kyle Gray. All right. And it's by Hay House. Thank you so much. Happy Halloween, everyone.